carefully push open the farthest door and peek in. It's a classroom,
That's a
but
new
it
room.
seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place?
It looks like an art room.
It is an art room.
No.
Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence.
No.
I did
Definitely not.
I did not tell you the fact that she does not have arms.
Also, no. I didn't even notice that until now. No.
She's like a fucking baboon.
No.
Why
you.
no?
Okay, I'm saying no because 1, she has no nose. 2, she doesn't have any arms. 3, she looks like a boy.
She's wearing
4,
a boy's uniform because if she was wearing a skirt and had to do things with her feet. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly at the end.
And I'm going to clog my nose.
This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands. Really, you think so? But her presence here is what takes me aback even more. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in the headlights. It's not the right expression, but whatever. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the...
Hello?
The girl stuffs a forkful in her mouth, and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone in here.
There isn't. That's why I came here too.
She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows, as if she was suspecting my observation was false.
She's getting progressively cuter. That was just a bad angle, I guess.
She's not bad.
Okay.
You're pretty observant. I guess it does. Yeah, you're pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you?
This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Hisao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday.
I'm Rin Tezuka. Rin Tezuka.
Beautiful.
Now I look disinterested.
I won't shake hands with you, but at least you know who we are. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff and supplies are at the back.
Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day.
Called
11sies?
I believe it's called Brenner.
That's not a word.
No, it's not.
I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with.
But I'm hungry now, and my delicious box lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry, and it's very delicious.
With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes. With at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me.
So, Niyaka, what brings you to this place?
Like I said, I was told to look for these things.
No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside?
I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I
guess I'm good at guessing, better than most people.
Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there.
I don't appreciate the big words.
A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side.
I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your gut would be boringly ordinary, like lunch of mine, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. And
Straightforward.
apparently, if you've got ED, you can go to school for that.
Are you fucking serious?
That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of
I don't
statement and the
fucking
sheer
know the
lack of tact it
terms.
was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think we might have reeled back even physically, as Rin's eyes widen in revelation and astonishment.
Okay.
Slapped me.
Sorry.
So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there?
Really?
Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. I said it. More like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed.
How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous.
What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down?
I forgive you, just I collect people and a person with you. You know, that kind of problem would have been really great.
Well, I know who's a freak.
People with different problems.
Like, go around asking people what's wrong with them?
Pretty much.
As I walk to the back of the room to pick up items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and lack of arms make her body look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty, except for her murky green eyes which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance and shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost deftly, as a normal person would use their arms. I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of this strange girl. So, do you always eat alone, and this late? Do you get the occasional visitor?
Visitors? Maybe you were my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof if she's not horsing around.
Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bits of her meal into her mouth.
The face she's making right now. That is my face perfectly emulated.
I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now.
I feel like carpentry items would not be in
In our room.
room.
You never know.
I guess not.
That's very nice of you. Don't feel obligated to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway.
You look tired.
You need to do whatever you're going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you would like to watch girls sleep. Sleeping?
I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tsuka.
You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship is at the point good enough to warrant this much.
I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself, what an intriguing person. From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice.
I heard that.
Oh, wait. Wrong voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were about to He had your nose plugged still.
What did she hear?
I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching, despite the completely empty hallway. Somehow she had gotten into jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I push that thought aside. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited.
No way, more importantly, who is in there? There's no club meetings today.
She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here?
You took so long, and then we had to come back to check out and see what's wrong. That's no good, hi Jan.
She wags her finger at me scoldingly.
I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you were tardy.
Oh, sorry. Got the things here. I was just going to bring them.
I think you were up to some mischief, Jan. Who was in there with you? I wonder.
Misha signs something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. I can only imagine the shock she is experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares her in, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders, from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to sign furiously at Misha. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness.
Hello?
Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door. It takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking at us with half-interested, half-sleepy face.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Miss Tezuka, what do you think you're doing? You've absolutely not. You absolutely are not permitted to use school properties for such disgraceful activity. Anyway, how's your project going? Will it be done for the festival?
Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her.
Miss Tezaka, please try to take this seriously. It will be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it.
Rin nods assertively.
We'll think more seriously.
Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't, not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Rin frowns stuffily as she looks after the retreating student council duo.
How rude. It's true. It's true, though. I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. And maybe I'll postpone my map to unforeseen future. Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? This paint can't fit into my bag, but I need it.
She kicks lightly at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting and sleeping on.
Say yes, and the only reason I'm saying yes to this is because I feel that Misha, since she is such a girl that follows all the rules, she would probably acknowledge that. Or admire that. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes, do yes.
Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground.
See the left side hardly got off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I had to work on it, but the guys at the art class are helping me with the negative space. It's easier to paint big areas if there's a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too.
She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm, or whatever of it there actually is, to demonstrate even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around, and it makes me think that it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and she just keeps on blabbering.
So, that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost.
That is one hell of a run-on sentence.
Yeah, she does that.
It takes time.
This is really awkward.
Do you want to ask?
How do you paint without hands?
See, I'm an easy person to talk to with, right? That's my feet.
I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're really good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. Do you think it's flat?
Well, paintings tend to be flat.
Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are no substance, no meat in there.
Well, fuck. We haven't played. Well, I haven't played through this yet.
Oh, sometimes it just cuts. Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying, "Suit yourself," without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
Let's do it then.
This is like watching a porn with a really long plot.
And a half a splash of green.
I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green.
The other green, this green.
I carefully pour some of the other green into the mixing bowl.
No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. It's a green color to add. Wait, is green a good color to add?
No idea. You're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corners of her mouth.
Do you lack an opinion?
No, it's just that I have no idea.
It's okay, because I just got an idea, and more white.
With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly wider.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in the dream, but can't remember it.
What kind of fucking analogy is that? Maybe it's yellow. Oops.
Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind that the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head.
Oh, thank God.
We stay there late into evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly.